Hi, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I love watching autumn and fall content on YouTube. There's just something about this time of year. I think it has to do with the idea of change, leaves falling. Autumn is very poetic in a way. This is definitely the time of year that I come alive. I really do have a variety of wonderful autumnal things to discuss in this video. So whenever this time of year comes around, I just have to celebrate it with Gilmore Girls. I love watching that show, but it's just the overall aesthetic of Gilmore Girls that really speaks to me. I ended up getting this tumbler from a brand called Silver Buffalo. This is like official Gilmore Girls merchandise. It says Luke's Cafe, Gilmore Girls, and it has these adorable like coffee mugs, and the shade of yellow is just gorgeous. Like, I love having this on hand. It comes with a straw. You can keep your beverages hot or cold in this. I've been reaching for this so much during fall because it's like having a piece of the show with you. I'm not really into merchandise and all that, but there was just something about this tumbler that spoke to me. It's so adorable and I love having it in my collection. This list, I have another perfect autumnal object. Of late, I've just loved using bags, and I've came across this brand called Cord Studio based out of India. So this is the barn bag, and I kid you not, this has to be the perfect, most stunning bag for autumn. The bag comes with a leather strap, like a vegetable tan leather strap, and the actual bag itself is made of suede leather. And then when you open the flap, you have this cotton lining, which is divine. Like, the moment I saw this bag, I knew I had to get it. This makes for the most stunning autumnal accessory in my opinion. One of the things that I really love about this bag is the size and the fact that there's a bit of a textural difference in the strap and the body, so it doesn't look monotonous or boring. Can't get over how gorgeous the shade is. This is such a deep, dark, intense brown, like burgundy shade. It has a zipper on the inside. It's pretty spacious. Everything about this bag screams autumn. It's the perfect size. It's like this beautiful deep cherry brown. I really admire this bag for the kind of craftsmanship it embodies, and it's not something that everyone else is wearing, so this is another fall favorite for me. I ended up getting another product from Cord, and it's this little card holder, small wallet of sorts. This is also vegetable tan leather in that same intense brown shade. It's pretty small. I use this to fit my keys, but it goes so well with the barn bag. When the weather gets cold, I always switch my footwear, and I got these leather loafers from H&M. These were a love at first sight, made of Napa leather, and the inner lining is cotton, if I'm not wrong, with this really whimsical bow detail. And these loafers are so soft and comfortable to wear. The shade of brown is really perfect for this time of year. Very comfortable, they don't bite, and the leather does feel very soft and supple. This has been another autumnal. Moving on to makeup, another like favorite category for this time of year. There's just something about autumn makeup that speaks to my soul, and I have to mention the one product that kind of kick-started this obsession, and it's from Benefit. This is the Benefit Benetint in the shade Dark Cherry. So I love the Benetint formula. I've made several videos on this formula, and given the amount of lip products I have in my collection, it really does mean a lot, and it speaks volumes that I repurchased a makeup product after running out. Like, I ran out of the entire Benetint formula the first time, and Dark Cherry is one of their newest shades, and it's the shade that I'm wearing today. It's a lip stain, so I would suggest not using this if your lips are super dry. Just moisturize them. Make sure you used a lip balm before, because this will cling to dry patches, but it's so long lasting and the shade is perfect. Like, this is such a wearable, dark, vampy shade. Like, I feel like I'm in a gothic romance novel the moment I wear this shade. It's very long lasting, very long wearing, regardless of what I eat. This is the only lip product I've been reaching for. Another makeup product that's not a new addition to my collection, or I'm sure a lot of you have it, but you've forgotten about this one, and it's from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Light Blush formula in the shade At Night. Like, look at this. It's the blush that I'm wearing today. I reached for this the other day and realized just how much I love this shade. It's perfect for autumn. It's like the glossy, luminous, super luxurious blush, so smooth and finely milled, and not the type of blush formula that will emphasize or pick up on texture. This is the kind of blush formula that is the epitome of luxury for me. So even though it is very expensive, I would always want to have this in my collection. Moving on to another favorite in the makeup category for autumn, and this is an eyeshadow formula from Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is the Lid Lustre formula in the shade Mink. So hyped, some would say overhyped, and I believe that it is truly well deserving of that popularity, of that label. This has to be one of the most interesting makeup shades that I've ever worn. Really deep and intense, but somehow on the eyes it just translates to something so effortless. Now I have very neutral, like almost cool toned skin, so initially I was a little skeptical about the shade. I thought that maybe it would lean too orange or warm on me. It doesn't. It's just so amazing, and it's this perfect neutral shadow, and the glitters are so sophisticated, like they're so evenly scattered. This is a very expensive formula, but I could argue that if you have something like this in your collection, it's like having multiple shades on your lids at the same time. Truly an iconic formula, very unique and so glamorous and sophisticated, and for this time of year, just the right amount of intensity. So this is another fall favorite. I've been reaching for this all the time. This year I really fell back in love with fragrances, and I ended up getting so many. I think a good perfume is the perfect way to kind of get you in that autumnal mood, thanks to Instagram. And suddenly I found myself obsessed with this brand called Lattafa. It's an Emirati brand, and everyone on the internet seems to love this brand so much that I ended up getting a bunch of perfumes. And let's talk about them. I have something from the affordable side, high-end, designer, everything covered, some niche fragrances. So I wanted to get my hands on Burberry Goddess, but the internet seemed to be of the opinion that Angham by Lattafa is the perfect dupe for Burberry Goddess. And to be very honest, I was getting so much more in terms of quantity and such a great price for Angham that I decided to go for this one instead. I've never smelled Burberry Goddess, so I have no idea whether or not this is an actual dupe, but Angham is honestly such a game changer when it comes to perfumes. This is the type of fragrance that makes me question designer prices, because considering how affordable this is, so just like Burberry Goddess, it opens with like a lavender note, and a lot of people comment that the lavender isn't prominent. It is. I personally don't like lavender. I really hate the smell of lavender to the point where it can give me an actual headache. So I do smell the lavender, but that just goes to show how good this perfume is, because I like it even despite the fact that I hate lavender. Dries down into this creamy, beautiful vanilla. It is so long lasting. Like I can get easily 8 hours, sometimes more than 8 hours with this one. And I've heard that if I let this kind of sit in a dark place, the juice macerates and develops into something even better. But as far as autumn goes, this would be the perfect blind buy. Like this is the type of perfume that I can see anyone enjoying. I can't think of anyone who wouldn't like this, to be very honest. Maybe if you're allergic to any of the fragrance notes, but this is such a safe blind buy. I can see this being a signature scent. Wonderful addition to my collection, and really the perfume that kickstarted my obsession with fragrances this year. Moving on to another amazing affordable find, and this is also from Lattafa. This is Éclaire. Now this is the type of perfume that is strictly for those of you who are into sweet dessert-like fragrances. It's got notes of milk, caramel, vanilla, but this is a straight up gourmand, like a really sweet fragrance. Now this is the type of thing that I wouldn't really wear all year round, because I can imagine that when it's hot, this can develop into something very cloying. Really cozy and warm and fuzzy and milky. This would be the perfect fragrance. I'm not a fan of the opening, if I'm being very honest, but then give it 10 minutes and it develops into something so creamy and heavenly. But given the price point and how affordable it is, it's so good if you're into sweet fragrances. I can imagine that this would be very good for layering. So Éclaire is so long lasting, even more long lasting than Angham. This perfume, like, it'll stay for 12 plus hours. I remember spraying it in the evening, and then when I woke up in the morning, I could still smell it on my wrist. This time of year, absolutely amazing. Another fall favorite is also a perfume from Lattafa. This is Qahwa. So Qahwa means coffee in Arabic, and this perfume is very divisive. Like, it's got the internet divided. People either love it or hate it. Whoever's tried it has a very strong opinion about this fragrance. Now, before getting it, I was very skeptical because I'd heard such mixed reviews. Some people claim that it's amazing, and others were saying that it's too strong, it's too intense, and that it's really jarring. Now, I was expecting something really scary, but actually it's a very nice perfume. If you like gourmands or sweet, spicy perfumes, it's perfect. Like, it's not a bad perfume at all. I actually really enjoy wearing it. Now, this is perfect for this time of year because I can't see myself wearing this in the heat, and it's got notes of cinnamon, cardamom, ginger. Then you get some praline, candied fruits, white flowers, vanilla, coffee, tonka bean, benzoin, and musk. Now, for me personally, the top, like the opening, is very candied fruits heavy. Like, that's all I can smell. And then slowly it transforms into something a little more complex and smoky before finally settling into something very sweet, but not a very sickly, cloying ice cream syrupy sweet, a very boozy rum cake sort of sweet. And I really do enjoy this perfume a lot. I do feel that once you let it macerate and develop, it turns into something even better. And this is also very long lasting, and you don't need to use a lot. So this is another fall favorite. Now I want to move on to a fragrance that's definitely high end. This perfume is autumn personified, and obviously it's from Maison Margiela. This is by the Fireplace. This is divine. This is perfection. I remember when I first got it, I wasn't really impressed because it just came across as something sweet, and then I let it sit for a long time, and I don't know what happened, but it developed into something gorgeous. This is a combination of cloves, pink pepper, vanilla, chestnut, balsam, and cashmere. And I don't know, over time the sweetness kind of developed into something very smoky. I would say that this is perfect for someone who's a little afraid of Jazz Club by Maison Margiela or Whispers in the Library, but you still want something very autumnal and something to get you in that mood. This perfume is gorgeous, like absolutely stunning. I've smelled so many perfumes in my life, but there's just something about it that gets me in that holiday mood. Like, I know that when I pull this one out, it's that time of year. As far as longevity is concerned, this is not the best, but if you spray it on your sweater or on your clothes, you can smell it for some time. On the skin, it's like 5 to 6 hours. This has been such a beautiful find for autumn. I'm so glad that I pulled this out and started enjoying it a lot more. Once I'm done with this one, I will be getting a full size. The next perfume, I'm moving in a slightly different direction because whenever someone thinks of autumn, winter, notes like vanilla or caramel, pumpkins, something spicy comes to mind. Like, I recently blind bought a Narciso Rodriguez fragrance, Musk Noir Rose, and this is heaven. So Narciso Rodriguez happens to be my favorite perfume house. That has to do with the fact that I love musk. It's definitely my favorite perfume note. And there's just something about Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. They do musk so well. This is not an everyday basic floral. I've never tried any perfume with like a plum note to it. So it opens with some plum, bergamot, pink pepper, then slowly transforms into this vanilla musk. But this one has like tuberose. It's hypnotic, and this is not for someone who's into very basic white floral fragrances. Nothing wrong with that, but this is a standout fragrance. Like, if you wear this, people will lean in and they will want to smell you. It's so alluring. It does have a bit of a trail, so what that means, when you walk past someone, they will be able to smell you, but it's not offensive or like too loud. In terms of lasting power, this is like 7-ish hours. And the dry down, like once this develops on your skin, when it works with your skin's chemistry, I would suggest wearing this on your skin more than your clothes, because I don't know what happens, but once this perfume meets my skin, like when it mingles and interacts with my skin's natural chemistry, it just transforms into something so stunning for a cold, crisp fall evening. This is perfection. Another signature scent worthy fragrance. I could see someone wearing this all year round, but it is intense and not your average designer fragrance. Definitely something that I have fallen in love with for this time of year. One of my favorite perfumes of all time is Eau Duelle by Diptyque. This is the Eau de Toilette version. I just seem to like this a little better than the Eau de Parfum. And this perfume is a vanilla dream. Now, as I've grown older, I seem to have moved away from very sweet, ice cream, fluffy vanillas. Something like Éclaire, perhaps, even though I do like Éclaire a lot. But this is a boozy, sophisticated, grown-up vanilla, a lot more complex, very spicy. And this perfume is amazing. So it's got notes of bourbon vanilla, pink pepper, ambergris, musk, some juniper, and it's just amazing. It's pretty good at longevity, like 7 to 8 hours. But this is one perfume where I've actually received compliments, like people have stopped me. And I can imagine that for this time of year when it's so cold and you want something warm, this is the perfect perfume. I'm telling you, if you love vanilla, you've got to try this one out. I got this perfume a few years back, and the perfume itself has macerated, the color has darkened, it's become so much more beautiful and, well, I'll use the word again, complex. So this is a perfect choice, not just for this weather, for this season, but for like all year round. I can't say enough good things about Eau Duelle. Moving on to another Narciso Rodriguez fragrance. I can't help it. I just love the brand so much. And this is Narciso Poudrée. Okay, so this fragrance is again not for someone who doesn't like powder. Like if you don't like the smell of Johnson's Baby like talcum powder, I would suggest staying away from this one. This is definitely the most long-lasting beast mode fragrance in my collection. Like this has notes of jasmine, orange blossom, coumarin, musk, obviously. Like this is an elevated, elegant form of baby powder. During the opening, like when I sprayed, like initially, for the first 10 minutes, I wasn't very impressed by this fragrance. And then I don't know what happened. Something transformed, and as it began to dry down, like this smells heavenly. Like it's so noticeable and so divine. And if you like Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, if you like musk, this is the perfect perfume to add to your collection. This could be very cloying and overpowering when it's hot. I personally like to wear it when it's cold. When the weather's really hot, this can become very overpowering because of how strong it is. But imagine someone wearing a fluffy white wool knit and this perfume on top of that. It's so gorgeous, and this is perfect for someone who wants to celebrate autumn but you're not necessarily into gourmand sweet vanilla fragrances, but you've got to like powder. Like if you don't like powder, stay away from this one. But Narciso Poudrée is another one of those perfumes I've been reaching for so much during. So there you go, that was pretty much it. And I had so much fun filming this video. Like truly, I love everything that I mentioned in this video. And as always, I would be very grateful if you'd consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. It goes a really long way in helping me with the YouTube algorithm and just pushing my content out there, because everything I review on my channel is unbiased, unsponsored, and an honest opinion. And I will see you very soon in the next one.